Katie and Lakeisha show.
Tell us when you start.
Oh, I started.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm leaving.
Okay. Hi,
Hi,
I'm Lakeisha.
I'm Leo.
Hi, Leah. What do you think the traditional role of a mother in a family is?
The traditional role of a mother in a family is they have to make sure the house is clean. They have to provide food for the father. Make sure the kids go to school. Make sure they do their homework. I would just make sure everything's right in the house.
And what do you think the traditional role of a father in a family is?
The traditional role of father is to provide for the family, work, to maintain the family economically, make sure they have the belongings they need for everyday life.
Okay. And what do you think the traditional role of a child in the family is?
Traditional role of a child is to listen to the mother, anything she needs, help her out in the house, make sure he grows up and becomes a good, well, if he's a little boy.
Hi. Yeah.
Hello.
Today I'm going to ask you, what do you think is the traditional role of a mother?
A mother, staying at home, being a housewife, cleaning, taking care of the kids and stuff.
Okay. And what do you think is the traditional role of a father?
Supporting the family, working, take care of the kids too.
And what do you think the role of a child should be traditionally?
Follow the parents' footsteps, like if it's a girl, try to get an education, even a guy too, but the guy should be more hardworking.
Hi. Hi. What do you think the traditional role of a mother in a family is?
I think the role of a mother in a family should be a nurturer and someone who provides comfort and sympathy.
And what do you think the traditional role of a father in a family is?
To provide a good example for his children and to give time to spend with his family.
And what do you think the traditional role of a child in a family is?
A child is to cause as much trouble.
Okay.
To learn from his mom and dad, I guess.
Today I'm going to ask you what you think the traditional role of a mother is.
I think the traditional role of a mother is someone who, cooks dinner for her family and, takes care of her kids and is loving and endearing. But she also works and contributes to the household in that way.
And what do you think the traditional role of a father is?
I think the traditional role of a father is someone who wants to take care of his wife and his kids, and he works, just as hard as the mother does. They're equal partners, and I'm really close with my dad, so I feel like that's really important for fathers to let their kids know that they love them.
And what do you think the traditional role of a child should be?
Traditional role of a child, I think that just means, you respect your parents and you try and do your best to make them happy.
Hi. So today I'm going to ask you what you think the traditional role of a mother, father, and a child are. Okay, so starting with the mother, what do you think the role of a mother should be?
Well, being raised how I was, I think the traditional role of a mother would be to be the homekeeper who does the laundry and does the dishes and takes care of the children for the most part and that sort of role. So,
Okay. And what do you think the role of a father should be?
I think the father, being traditional, that he should be the breadwinner of the family and he should be the one employed in supporting the family financially as well as being involved in his kids' lives, but the mother more so likely.
Okay. And the role of the child?
The role of the child, I say the child should respect their parents as best as they can. I know there's always going to be conflict in family life, but for the most part I think that the children should respect their parents' values and go by what they say and hope for the best.
And what about when the child grows up? What do you think their impact should be on their parents' life at that point? Do you think they should kind of be on their own, doing their own thing, like their parents raised them, they're on their own, or do you think they should kind of give back to the parents?
I think at our age now, I think it's more of an independent sort of relationship with our parents. But I also think that when our parents do age and are, you know, not as healthy as they are now, that we should be their caretakers because they took care of us. So.
Hi. What do you think the traditional role of a mother in a family is?
The traditional role is to give birth, provide for the kids, nurture them, and after that, soon help with the income of the house.
And what do you think the traditional role of a father is?
To provide for the family and just have food on the table.
And what do you think the traditional role of a child is?
Be nice to their parents. Just, go to school.
Today, what do you think is the traditional role of a mother in a family?
Well, it's difficult for me to say because I don't know that I follow traditional senses, but I feel like being able to help with a family, help out with a family. I can't say that it would be that they would live at, like they would stay at home, or I think it's open to very, very much individual. So if, let's say, a mother would want to work and take care of a child, then that would be her, role.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think the role of a father should be in a family?
I think it's very similar. I would encourage, though, for fathers, myself included, I think I want to be very involved with my child. I think we need more of that. But I would want to continue working, but also be very present in my child's life. Yeah. To grow, I guess, and develop, and try to figure out what kind of person they're going to be in this life, and hopefully their parents can mold them to be a good person. But I think that's it. Grow, and I don't know. That's it. I can't think of anything else.
Let me turn it in a way. What about if, like, the child grows up?
Okay.
In your traditional view, what do you think the child should do at that point? Should they just continue their life, or should they start taking care of their parents, or something like that?
Man, it's difficult to say. I think, in a family sense, I think it'd be nice to make sure that, I think with the right values, I feel like the child would innately want to take care of their parents. I don't know if that it is their responsibility, but if I was ever in a place, if I'm an older person, and I needed my child's support, help, I think I would hope that
Hi, today I'm going to ask you what you think the traditional role of a mother should be.
Well, I think if there's any one role that can be ascribed to a mother, it's just the biological role of giving birth. Any other role assigned to parents, well, can be split up between the parents at their own discretion.
Okay, so then the role of the father, you think, would be?
Usually associated with discipline. The father usually does a little extra to make up for, not giving birth, but then again, the parents are to split the role as, agreed to.
Okay, and the role of the child?
The role of the child is to learn from the parents.
What do you think the traditional role of a mother is?
The traditional role of a mother is to be more expressive and more emotional for both her spouse and her children.
What do you think the traditional role of a father is?
The traditional father is more relational and more leadership based, as well as he typically is the one that brings home the bread.
And what do you think the traditional role of a child is?
A child is one to honor the parents.
The traditional role of a mother is?
I think traditionally moms are supposed to cook and clean and take care of the household, watch after the kids and do all those sort of chores.
Okay. And what do you think the traditional role of a father is?
The father's supposed to go to work, get paid, and bring money home to the family.
And what do you think a child is supposed to do? The traditional role of a child.
I think traditionally children just they're supposed to listen to their parents, do good in school, not stray off a good path.
The role of a mother. Well, I know the traditional role of a mother is to stay home with the kids, take care of the house, cook, clean, and do whatever her husband tells her. But now in modern society, it's more the male and female both share the responsibility. Taking care of the kids, cooking, and all that good stuff. So I think it's equal with the male. So I don't believe that it's like a very strict role, but I believe that people are more dependent on women to like chastise their children and like, oh, you do this, oh, you do that, and want them to be more nurturing, but like, I mean, it depends on the person, it depends on the family.
So then, what do you think the role of a father should be? A traditional
Well, I think the role of a father and still like should be the breadwinner and the one who put down his food and like, hey, you do this, you do that, and I feel that as a male figure, like the masculinity, like he should be able to do that. He should carry the family. He should make all the decisions, and the woman should have input, but not like, oh, I make all the decisions. I think the male should be that.
So then you don't think that the role of the mother and the father should be the same, traditionally speaking?
Traditionally speaking, yes, but in my view, I think they're pretty equal.
Okay. And what do you think the role of the child should be in a traditional family?
To listen to their parents, or get, or I don't know, punished, or
Okay, today I'm going to ask you both what you think the traditional role of a mother is.
I think the traditional role of a mother is to definitely be there, like, I guess more so than the dad. This is like raising the children. I think they both are supposed to raise the children, but I just picture the mother being more like involved in like school activities, I guess, with their kids, and the one that I don't know, like teaches the kids. I guess a little more so the dad, because the dad, I guess I'll talk about the dad when you ask me.
Okay. And you?
I mean the same as her basically, but yeah, I just feel like both the mother and father, like with the whole raising the children and like teaching them, like, you know, right from wrong, like all like that, and definitely have that like love for their kids as well, and like also for like their wife, like to be the head of the household and be like the man of the house, to be loving and be the supporter. And it's a big role.
She touched on a lot, so.
Yeah, you got all of them. No, but then also I'd like to add, like, I see like the father as like the protector, you know, and like as being that like, I don't know why the word spokesperson came into my mind, but like the spokesperson for the family's like decision or something. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, I don't know. This, I see them as like a provider,
Like the one in charge.
Yeah,
Kind of
like-
like who delegates like what is happening.
I mean,
No,
my
you're
mother's
wrong.
pretty, coming from like my family, like I feel like my parents had a very equal like role in things, but at the same time, like if like if they needed to like have an opinion on something, my mom would be like, hey, Robert, take it away, and like he would explain, you know. And so like I don't know why I thought the spokesperson, and then there's like protector, which is funny because my dad's like 5'4", he's not intimidating, but you know, but protector and provider, and like but like a loving protector. Like I just feel like it's more of a